Welcome back to Echo Designs. This is going to be, I think, number 3 now of the workshop updates, and this is going to be for April. So we've had a little bit of a move around, a little bit of a change of location of certain things that we'll get onto. I've gotten rid of a few little bits and bobs that I just don't want anymore. I've upgraded some storage, and I've also upgraded my camera, which I'm hoping you will be able to see. And I've also upgraded the audio, which I'm hoping as well will be a big improvement. So any feedback would be grand. So let's get started and see what we've been up to. Okay, so previously you will notice that there was the shot fitting racking that went over this side. I've now gotten rid of that because it just kind of wasn't working for me now. It was then, but it's not now. So I bought myself another cabinet with one of those and another cupboard on the top, which is going to help massively. Okay, so now what we've got is, it looks a mess, and you'd be correct in assuming it is. I've got all my power tools on the top, I've got more consumables to kind of configure at the bottom. But what I want this to be is a consumable area, so I'll show you a closer look at the drawers of what we've done with this. Okay, so drawer 1 is kind of a go-to drawer, and I've still got a few more things that I want to move around in that, so yeah, that's not quite done yet. These are things like stainless washers, grommets, fuses, O-rings, copper stuff, and I'll change this around no doubt. Next one is abrasive, which I always struggle to organise these, but I quite like this. It's right next to the wood lathe. And they're going to be kind of as organised and kept straight. I mean, these aren't cheap, so you put these somewhere and they get damp and then they just get ruined. More abrasive things, so blocks with extractors on, and more air tool related abrasives. Some oxygen I'm just storing, you never know when you're going to need more of that. And this is all my paint cans. And this works really well for me. I had this in my last cabinet, and I've kind of got everything in there with polishers and other bits and bobs. You will notice that the doors do fly open because the floor is not level, and it's very difficult to level these because the casters are really big and I can't be bothered. Next one. Okay, this one here is, I've moved the wood lathe from the other side of the workshop to this side. The reasoning behind it was, just kind of works a little bit better there. I did have this big cabinet where this was, but the landlord needs to get to the these units here, the meters. So this tells you how much people need to be charged, etc. So we needed that accessibility. And plus the fuse cabinet is just above the wood lathe as well, so that's now kept nice and open for him, plus the wood lathe in a nice position there. It's out the way, it's not going to kind of get things thrown at it. And I've also got out my scan slib wet bench grinder, which is that there. I don't know how to use it yet, but I am just currently playing. And you'll also know the thing that's in the plastic in the background is a Myford ML8 bandsaw that I've had for a long time now, and it's a upcoming project subject to me being able to get some bits for it. So that should be quite a nice interesting project for you if you're interested. I'm going to be using a wheelchair right angle drive motor on there, so it's going to be speed controlled and hopefully torquey. So that's what to come. Okay, well, with this new camera, yeah, just kind of show up every little bit of dust now. And how bad the lighting is. However, these bays are now working really well. On the trolleys, used those the other day. I've played around with the disc sander a little bit more, and that's working very nicely now. Do ignore this here. That will be changed. Just waiting again for bits. The green cabinet is what I'm replacing, so that's hopefully going to go. And the outboard in the back is going to go on my boat, my other boat. And the one behind it, the little cabinet behind this one that you see here, is a scroll saw that we did, and that is going to go into storage because I'm just not using it that much at the minute, and I keep moving it and it's going to get damaged. When that will be, I don't know, but that's kind of the attack plan. Okay, so I kind of want to keep these videos as quick as I can, and for me I think they'll be quite good for me to look back on many years down the line. I don't plan on being in the shop forever. I've mentioned it a few times. That's kind of something bubbling away very slowly in the background. But in the short-term future, projects that we've got coming up is I want to be making a mahogany rocket, like a nice little ornament, like 50s kind of what do you call it? That 50s kind of nuclear look, quite like that. And I've got as well some restorations coming up, and I've bought the correct steel now for doing the carbide wood chisel on the Myford lathe and the milling machine, so I had quite a few requests for that. Well, I had 3 people ask me to do that. So that's coming up, and what else we got? Got quite a few other little bits and bobs. I've got some designs that I've done, which were being laser cut, but now who knows what's happening with those. I don't know what it's like for everybody else, but I'm ordering stuff and it's just not arriving. You know, I'm not priority by all means, but it's just putting brakes on things, and little projects and etc. But no, just a quick note for my Instagram followers and YouTube people now. I think we're over 2,000 on Instagram, which is amazing. And we're currently at about 230, 240 on YouTube. So thank you for all the warm messages and the channel support. So I'm hoping with this new camera we can start getting a little bit more better footage and video, and especially audio. I feel audio was a bit pants previously, so I'm hoping that's going to be improving. So on that note, I'll see you next time. Happy making, stay safe, and join me in the next one. Thank you.